Hello, you are welcome to this video. I am Boahen, and today we are learning what UX designers do. That's the roles of UX designers. And after that, we will learn or get to know the different kinds of UX designers. A lot or UX designers share common skills and interests, and some of the roles or some of the things they do include tending to be curious. UX designers tend to be curious about people and how human minds work. Also, they enjoy figuring out how people use products. They enjoy figuring out how people use products, digital products, and any other kinds of products. So they enjoy figuring out how people use products and how to make the products easier to use. So sometimes they observe people, how they use the products, and when they find that they have some pain points or some difficulties anywhere, they try to make the product easier to use on the next upgrade. UX designers also are very empathetic. UX designers are empathetic. Empathy is the ability to understand someone's feelings or thoughts in a situation. So most of the time, you can't just design the way you like. Mm? You have to take the people, the real users into consideration, their feelings, what are their pain points. You have to have empathy. So if you don't recognize what they really need, you just design something which will not be what useful. So one thing I would like to add is just like you are doing, a lot of UX designers learn on their own also by taking courses and teaching themselves the necessary skills to learn entry-level jobs. So now I would like us to talk about the different kinds of UX designers. We have the visual designers, the visual, we have the interaction, then we have motion designers. So visual designers, they focus on how a product or technology looks. They are responsible for designing logos, illustrations, and icons. They decide the kind of font to use in a product or in a design, the color to use, the size and the layout to use. So we move on to the interaction designers. Interaction designers focus on designing the experience of a product and how it functions. The experience of a product and how it functions. Functionality has to do with how people are able to use the product. They move from this stage to the other stage. They figure out how to connect the user's needs and the business goals with what's actually feasible to build. That's the interaction designers. They figure out how to connect the user's needs. So you have user's needs, you have the business needs. If you don't design what the user really needs, no one will use your product, or a few people will use your product. So you have to figure out what the users really need. And while doing that, you have to also take in consideration what the business goals are. What are the business goals? The users' needs are very important, but you have to take into consideration the business goals. So when you get to know these two, then you can now think about what is actually feasible to build. What's actually feasible to build. One thing I would like to add is collaboration is very important for UX designers, and you get to know some of the colleagues or people UX designers work alongside with. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found something beneficial. Kindly subscribe if you did. Thank you.